Good everyone, welcome to today's video, and today it's a Spade review on the I-16 Type 5, obviously the Chinese variant. Excuse me, start off nice and early with a cough. Blame me, I've just had some microwave pasta, chicken and all that. I love chicken pasta bake, so don't blame me. But the I-16 Type 5 obviously is a pretty much carbon copy of the Chung 28, except it actually gets decent guns. You get two Shikast machine guns. Obviously we have got the talisman on this thing, which we got for free. Um, Obviously we will have to cover this in the Spade, well not the Spade, doing it now. The talisman series flight of this aircraft. Um, and well, it's a fun plane. Obviously you're gonna get the very first flight I had in the plane, obviously stock belt, and you will see why I say this thing's better than the Chung 28. That's all I'll say. Um, Obviously, it's an I-16. It flied very similar to the Chung 28, if not exactly the same. They all feel the bloody same half the time. But the Chung 28, as I said, avoid it. It's crap. Honestly, it's crap. Um, the Type 5 is a worthy choice at 1.3 instead of that hunk of junk. And to be honest, even the Key 27 Otsu, which you can see there, which I've obviously spaded, um, that is also a very good plane to start off with. So obviously it's an I-16 Type 5. I covered it in the Talisman Series flight. We got 6 kills. We did pretty well. But obviously that was a spaded I-16. Spaded I-16s are a lot more versatile. They're a lot more capable than a stock I-16. And you really do feel the performance drop from a stock I-16, as I showed in the Chung 28 battle and a review. But the actual aircraft itself, the Shikast machine guns handle so much better. They just work so much better. Like, oh, taking out the PV1s, putting Shikastas in, it's what China should have done, but it didn't. I mean, they had Shikast machine guns, they had DT machine guns from like T-34s and stuff. They could have done that, but nope. Oh, China logic, eh? But anyway, let's jump right into the battle and let's have a look at what I got up to. So like I said, this is my very first battle in the plane. It pretty much got it spaded. I was a third of a mod off. So at the moment, obviously this battle is on, is it counter-offensive, I think it's called? We're on the Allied side, even though it's a mixed game, if I remember rightly. But like I say, good plane. It's pretty dang solid, and well, it's an I-16. I like the I-16s, always have. They aren't overpowered, I don't think. They're not really an overpowered sort of plane. It's just the I-16 had some flight model changes, apparently, and I don't really feel a difference. They feel exactly the same as what they did. I'm not sure what they've done. If anyone happens to know, do let me know. Now, on this team, there is, well, yeah, on this team, sorry, there is the infamous stat padder named Fata59. I actually team killed him once on a baby account. I was flying wingtip to wingtip with him because he stole one of my kills and I was threatening to ram him, basically. He didn't know I was obviously planning to do that. But he opened fire on me, damaged my plane, so I shot him down. I was in a... What was I in? I think I was in Gala's F3F on a baby account. I think it was my Mr. Rasmussen account. And I shot him down. I split his Sunderland Mark 5 into pieces. Like, I aimed for the engine and it sliced the wing off perfectly, and well, he went down in a ball of flame, which is always nice. I don't know why he opened fire, but even so. So as you can see, the climb rate on this plane is pretty below average for, well, obviously this is a stock plane, completely stock, first flight. Being truthfully honest, you'll see when I fire the guns, the belts are stock, I always go for belts on I-16s with 7.62s. But yeah, so it's just one of those things. Like, it's just one of those things where you get stock guns on an I-16 Type 5, but it's a hell of a lot better than the Chung 28. I'll tell you that right now, because obviously it's got double the fire rate, so you can sort of understand. One other thing I forgot to mention, I only spaded actually. Well, I've almost spaded, I think, my 7th Chinese aircraft. Because I've spaded the M8 armored car and the T-26, which obviously I'm not doing a video on. There's no point. No point me covering a tank that I've already covered before. Obviously, with the premium one, there's no point to me. Like, there literally is no point. But I don't know what's happening over there with that Sunderland, and I've just realised markers are off. Good spot by me. I was like, hold up, why is that Sunderland not showing up? Excuse me. But there's your one Joe error for the day. But like I say, once you get an I-16 wound up, even when it's stock, it does perform reasonably well. Obviously, the guns perform a lot better. The climb is pretty mediocre, but the plane itself is still really good. Like, the other night, I took out the I-16 Type 10, spaded that, got some epic screenshots. I'll have to post a Discord, or post them in the Discord at some point. They were nice screenshots. I gave them to Tom the Tank, who is very eager to take people's screenshots in game. If you are obviously part of Tom the Tank's channel, always send him screenshots. If you've got anything like, for example, if I Alt Z now, he would probably want something like this, obviously with the free camera, but just something like that. So obviously stock rounds, go for the pilot, dead. I-15 gone, first kill. First ever kill in this plane. Just point out, I'll show the stats at the end. I mean, I say that, but yeah, I forgot to do a DB3A the other day in the news review, or the news overview. But don't worry, you'd have seen that before you see this. Because I'm a twat. Hurricane can soak up quite a bit of shakass, that's for certain, but not enough. Second kill. Obviously, I'm booming and zooming here. I'm not taking too many risks. Obviously, I know how an I-16 flies. They fly like a TIE fighter, but even TIE fighters have their limits. So, you don't want to get too involved with a furball, and you don't want to turn fight biplanes, obviously. With biplanes, you have to use your superior speed. And the I-16 is perfectly capable of doing that. Obviously, a stock one will struggle. But even so, it's just one of those things where you'll experience that sort of thing. So I can hear like a, you know what a street cleaner, if you don't live in the UK, you probably might not have them. But I can hear what sounds like a street cleaner through my headphones, and yeah. Hawk 3 right here, he is, well, lying like a twat. I crit him. I think I take out his engine. I'm not sure what the crit was, but it did say I crit him. Yes, it was the engine, because it just showed up in the replay, and that was my third and final air kill for this battle. I do not take out any more aircraft. At this point, however, I am thinking, okay, because I'm actually having a conversation with a pilot in the enemy team. The guy in the Focke-Wulf 189, the Great Britain, seems like a nice fellow. Had a bit of a discussion with him. Obviously, I have that plane, so he was just there like, why is it whenever I have a bad game, or like a really good game, I get bad teams? And I just say to him, mate, I know exactly how you feel. So at this point, I'm engaging AAA trucks, and you're going to see the damage these fuckers do. Like, seriously, AAA, what? Like, my pilot's already red. Oh, my days, like, my pilot's red, yet the oil system's shot to shit, and the airframe is just orange and yellow all over. Like, that should not happen. But I got a couple of grand targets, got one armoured car, got 4 AAA trucks. Always nice. But obviously now, we're returning back to the airfield. Obviously, as I said, stock I-16, it's slow as balls. Its acceleration is poor. Its dive speed is pretty okay when stock, but it's even better when spaded. And well, I make a comment in chat actually saying about the Chung 28. I say to the team in chat, Type 5 is so much better than the Chung 28 gun-wise. Shikass makes it so much easier. PV1 just doesn't have the rate of fire. Obviously, I call it a ROF because that basic means rate of fire. But it's just how I felt. And that's just personally how I feel about the plane. Now, there are a couple more ground targets that I get, but obviously we're going to skip ahead to that. But I just feel that if people are going to spade the I-16s, in the Chinese tree, I don't want them to experience a bad plane, if that makes sense. Now, I remembered an old trick. There was an old load of artillery, AAA, and I couldn't exactly remember where they were. I knew they were somewhere around here. Turns out I wasn't actually that far off. I was about to fly right over the buggers. They're right here. All these howitzers, artillery, anti-aircraft guns. They're perfect for bonus points if you're in like a stock bomber or something like that. If you can't hit the base, I recommend diving down and hitting this area. Because yes, there's AAA guns, but there's not that many. So you can afford to just go in, drop your bombs, get out, and pretty much no one will bother you. I do get a couple more. Obviously, the last guy has just died, so I'm on the clock, basically. Howitzer right there. Oh, no, it's artillery. They're the same bloody thing. I get one. I believe I get two more. So I'm just going to half speed it here. Well, there's a second. I remember right, I get two more. I think I get this one after the match ends, so it doesn't count. Yes, I do. Because the ticket's just gone. I thought I heard a plane then, outside. Because I've got the windows open. But like I said, the I-16 Type 5, perfectly fun Spade. It is honestly one of the most fun planes. I adore flying the I-16s. Always have. So if you get a Spade, the Chinese I-16s, go with a 5, go with a 10. Don't go with a 17 apparently, from what I've heard. And do not go with a Chung 28. The Chung 28 is just bad. Performance-wise, it's good. Gun-wise, it's crap. I-16 Type 5, performance-wise, it's good. Gun-wise, it's good. Even when stock, as you saw in this game. 3 air kills, 7 ground targets. Pretty good result. But yep, do get the I-16 Type 5. It's great fun, especially in the Russian tree as well. I've even used it in ground forces just to like dick around, and it's fun. But even so, obviously Fate 59 died, getting 1 air kill on a ground target. He can go fuck himself as far as I'm concerned because he tried to team kill me on a baby account. But hey, there's always going to be that one arsehole who literally spends their days stat padding in Sunderlands, which that is just pathetic. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's video on the I-16 Type 5, and I will catch you all on the next one.